Okay. Hi, everybody. This is October 8th for our leadership meeting. The only thing that we're really working on, well, we're gearing up for is our hackathon. Oh, hey, Carly. I just barely
Hello.
Hey, you're good. You're good. I just barely started.
Okay.
I was working on making myself the host.
Oh, okay.
I was just talking about the only thing that we've been really working on is just the hackathon. I just feel like I've been in a lot of meetings about that. So I'll go at the end. So does anybody want to go first? Does anybody want to talk about what they're doing and anything?
Well, I can go. John and I were just messaging the other day, yesterday. We're talking about, since there was a cancellation with our CNC,
Yeah.
and he hasn't gotten back to me about a reschedule date at all.
Oh.
So I'll make myself a note and send an email. We think we're going to do maybe a code along. Focus on the beginners, because maybe some of like these CNCs, folks with Red Hat. What is Red Hat? They don't know. They're beginners.
Mm-hmm.
So we had talked about it previously, but I think we're going to try to actually create a curriculum where we code a program, possibly in Python, and do it over a couple sessions. But we're going to create, kind of inspired by the code along from. But we have to narrow some things down and create a curriculum of sorts. But I think we might record it, right, John? And do it beforehand.
That's what we said. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Very nice.
My stuff. See what we wrote.
When do you guys think you're going to launch it? In 2020? Like next year? Or were you going to?
That would be a good idea, just so we can plan it out.
Yeah, I was thinking we're gearing up for holiday season, and I'm like, when are you guys going to do this? When is this going to happen?
I know. And I know John has a ton of classes right now, too. So when he showed me his schedule, I was like, dude, how are you even, like, sleeping?
I'm not. So, that's why.
He's not sleeping. So I think that's that's definitely something we can focus on and try to get for 2020.
Cool.
And if we can throw any CNCs in there in between, then yeah.
Okay, I have an idea for you guys. So Code Platoon's going to do a code along for the hackathon this year like they did last year.
Oh, great.
It's a different instructor. His name is John. Is his name John?
Yeah, his name is John.
His name is Tom, not John.
Oh,
Your name is John.
Yes.
His name is Tom.
Because John I think he's stepping down and letting someone else take his spot, actually.
His name is Tom P. He's a JavaScript Python guy, but we were talking about doing a code along project, and we gave him some ideas. Because last year I feel like the code along was very not exciting. I think it was just very, like, here's like a lecture, and I think he was a good instructor, but I feel like people weren't really engaged or really excited about it. I feel like they didn't build anything. They couldn't show their friends, like, this is, I built something. Right. So I was trying to explain to him, like, if you build something tangible that you could show your friends that, hey, I did this. This is kind of cool. Now I'm hooked. He's like, oh, okay. So we gave him some different ideas, but he's talking about doing a Chrome extension. The code along he might teach is a Chrome extension, how to build one. Okay. So he's still working on it. He's going to flesh it out like literally a week before the hackathon launches. But I told him, like the one that we did a couple years ago, Liza from Instateams, she actually was in Java and she had coded 90 to 95% of the project. And then the people did the finishing touches on it at the very end.
Udacity does that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Udacity does that. So that's an option too.
Yeah, like you're building out the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, put it in GitHub. We could fork it down. We could test it out. We'll see how long it takes us to do it. Double the time for beginners and or questions. So if they couldn't make the hackathon, we were actually thinking of having him pre-record, and we haven't even told him this yet, but pre-record how to install your environment. This is Jen's idea, how to install your environment ahead of time, whatever things you need to do. And then people who can't make it or who are in different time zones can watch it ahead of time and do it themselves. And if they're still confused, then they could follow along at the code along. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Installing the environment is up.
oh my, yes, just your environment takes a whole day.
Yeah, it could take 2 days, 3 days.
Depending on what you're trying to do. And
okay.
so we're he's gonna we're gonna have another meeting with him next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what he has, and he's got different ideas. I go, but make it fun, something that people can build.
I think we were talking a lot about like games,
Yeah.
I like instant gratification. I like to be able to see what I'm doing. That's why I make that's more like GUIs. So it's like I can have this tangible thing.
Yeah.
So that's something that we can keep working on.
So that's an idea for you guys too. If you want to build out the majority of your project, put it in GitHub. You could do steps 1. Like you could do it in phases. Like phase 1 is like your planning is phase 1. Like this is what we were thinking. Put phase 2 is like scaffolding out your ideas. Then building a basic foundation. Stage 4 is features. Stage 5 is like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the GitHub repo they could see, but they're joining at the very end. They're joining at like stage 5 where you're just making it look pretty and like making it like activate and actually do stuff. So that's just an idea, but that's what we're going to have him kind of do. Build majority of it, have people join at the end, say, oh, this is really cool. And say, if you stick with it, now you'll learn how to build phase 1 through 4. You know what I mean? Anyways.
That's a good idea. Okay. I got notes.
Yeah, because coming up November, I feel like we might have a meeting in November, but we're probably going to skip December because it's holiday season. And I'm just going to be busy. January, I think that might be a good time, January, February-ish, after you kind of settle down from the holidays. And I don't know what John's school schedule is, but it sounds intense.
It's only intense because I'm taking 18 credits, but...
What? 18 credits?
And in programming, that's crazy.
Well, other people are doing more than that, so...
They're all crazy.
Compared to what other people are doing.
That's crazy.
It's just I need to
do that. I don't even know if even if I didn't have a family, I don't know if I could do that.
I took 18 my one semester way back in the day.
Never again, right?
Oh yeah, no. I was like, I'm done. No.
It's just a lot of time management, and you just sacrifice sleep and a social life basically to get it done.
Sleep is important.
It is important. What else
get there? Carly, how's our t-shirt campaign doing? I was looking a little bit.
I've got it up right now. Do you want me to do screen share so you can see?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Share with us.
Let me see if I can share. Let's see. Can I do screen share?
The green button says you can.
Oh, yeah. That does say share down at the bottom.
Yes, at the bottom. I'm
so smart. Thank you, John, for being my brain right now.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Do you see the MilSpouse Coders Hackathon share? I think you're right here. So we are currently at $51.11 profit. We have sold 12 items, and there is 8 days left of the sale on this one. I think everybody will get their shirts before the hackathon. So if you're leaving, like I'm leaving out on the 8th, I think shirts should start to arrive on arrive at the latest on the 5th for this one. So yeah, we're currently at $50, 12 sold on this one. I can go back to the other campaign. We haven't sold any of the hat yet, which is fine. But we've sold the other 2 that we've sold.
Carly, the hat, it's weird. Like, I don't know what campaign it is, but all the t-shirts are in one campaign. Like, you can look at all the t-shirts, but the hat
is not even in there? Really? Oh, maybe. I'll look at that.
I don't remember seeing that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, maybe it's there. Who knows?
I'll look at it again and see if it's not added into the store, then that may have been what happened.
Okay.
So the regular MilSpouse Coder shirt, we've sold 6. We only have to sell 1, so it's definitely going to print. Since it's a repeat printing, we only have to sell 1 item of a repeat printing, which is awesome.
Oh, that's good to know.
So we've made $16 on that one. And then the not false one, we have sold, see if it brings up. Oh,
So we sold 4 according to you, so.
That's,
so yeah, we
I
sold
think
4.
that's right, because I bought 3 myself. I don't feel like that's right.
This is, let's see.
There's me.
So yeah, you bought 2.
Oh, I bought it in a different size then, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like you bought 2 in 2 different sizes. So it looks like you're at $70 profit, $70, but we still have about, 8? This one, I think the not false one's going for another 12 days. I think because that was added in. So I don't know what I did with the setup on that one. But yeah, no, everything, we probably right about $70 profit right now.
Oh, there's 3. I know I bought 3.
Yeah.
3 or something.
I think that was the regular MilSpouse coder one. So, yeah.
How many hoodies did we sell? I'm really curious because I bought one.
How many hoodies? In the hackathon one? I bought one because I needed a new one in a bigger size. It doesn't say, yeah, it just shows that you bought one. I'd have to dig in deeper. We can download the list too now. They've changed it since the last time we used it. And the new store option is really great because we can put everything on one site. And
there's the hack. Okay, never mind. I know what you're talking about. It's there.
And Bonfire has been really great. Like, they get back to me within 24 hours if I email them a question about anything. And they actually discontinued. They chose, I had navy shirts selected for the hackathon shirt, and it looked like the print was going to be okay, but they decided to take that navy option off because they said the print wouldn't be visible. So they're like, we took it off. And plus nobody had ordered it anyway, so they felt fine doing that. Okay. So their customer service is really fantastic. I'm really happy with them. So that's where that's at. I gotta stop this. There we go. All right, that's it.
At least all of them are going to print. That's the important thing.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm looking at because I clicked when I was buying some shirts, the not false one, it said the goal was 20 shirts and 26 of them had been bought.
Oh, it combines all the totals, and this is the only part that's aggravating. Since the not false one is a second, like a repeat, it combines all of the sales from the first one into the second one. So that's where that's at.
Oh, I was so confused. I'm like, what? These numbers
I know. Yeah. That one's a little frustrating. I can see where you went. I saw that. I was like, oh, well, that's a lot. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? I said, oh, there's like 26 out of 20. I'm like, yeah.
I know.
Either way, it's all good.
Yeah. We're still doing fine, So anyway, that's the shirts.
Okay. Awesome. The thing is, it's good to have money, but we don't need money for this hackathon, strangely enough, because Microsoft is doing everything for us. They're doing free location, free t-shirts, free food, so it's just the cost of us getting there is the only thing that we're paying for. So the money, I mean, we could use it to buy prizes and stuff, you know what I mean? But
or you can just put it in like the fund and just leave it there. And
just let it grow. But we're gonna have some fun prizes too. So
I'm excited.
Oh, and Code Platoon still has our scholarships that they offer, like one free online, $12,000. No, online is completely free. One. And then in person is $12,000 out of the $15,000, something like that. I can't remember, but
it is.
They've been really nice, and that's all I have. I don't really have anything else to talk about. You guys have anything? Carly, you did your t-shirts. John,
yep.
John, do you have anything? Linda, do you have anything?
I don't think so. Are we, I guess, how are we like thanking Microsoft? Are we gonna send them, I don't know. Do we
So,
have
Do you know they're definitely a partner? So sponsor. They're definitely a sponsor partner because they're doing everything for us. So it's kind of been weird, these meetings with them. Like they've been really, really great, but to like brand and add their logo to our stuff, it's been a little bit of a headache. So I think the last person that might have their logo is Autumn, the official logo that we could add to our website and the hackathon page. Autumn has it, or she is trying to get it. But
I haven't been the best at following the Slack channel for the hackathon. I kind of pop in every few days, but I miss a lot.
So Autumn's, if you have time, Linda, Autumn's got the logo for Microsoft, and they're pretty much our main partner. We've been having a hard time with participation though, because the room holds 100, and I don't know where Carly is, but we were at 14. We didn't have that many in person, and so I ran Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Autumn did, Carly. We both all ran ads, and we didn't get hardly any people registering from those ads. So we're not sure what we're doing wrong or why people aren't signing up. So we partner with Operation Code so they can help promote, because they have a huge chapter in Seattle. Huge chapter. And so we were going to have someone go to the meeting and advertise, but I don't know how much big of the jump is of how many more people showed up. Who knows? I'm not sure. But I just hate that if there's no military affiliated people to this hackathon and it's all Microsoft people, because Microsoft is going to open it to their employees, and they're all going to go because they get free food. And like, I don't know if they get community service credit or something, but Microsoft will be promoting this event on their campus.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's cool, but I don't feel like we have enough military presence there, and we didn't know how to drum up more business. We didn't know how to get more participation, so that's kind of like where we're stuck at right now.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how many we have online. Carly's got all those numbers.
I could push it out to a few places I already did again to see if that, now that it's closer to the actual event, if that gets people to sign up.
Yeah. And online it's free. So if they're joining online, it's completely free. And we do have promo codes if you want to go in person for free, because Operation Code, we gave them all free codes. We're like, just show up, just come. And we just want more military people.
Yeah, because the cost is just to make sure they actually attend, like basically, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know why. I don't know how to get it. I'm not sure. I'm not a marketing person. This is the one thing I'm really bad at. So I'm not sure what we're doing wrong and why no one's signing up. And maybe it's just too far out. Do you know what I mean? Because we're still a month out, like exactly 1 month from now. And people, they don't think about it like two weeks before, maybe a week before, 2 weeks before, they'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they might just have it booked marked now to like sign up for later kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe we'll do a huge push 2 weeks before and see if but this is another problem. If you want to go in person to Microsoft, they need to have our names for security reasons. You can't go on their campus unless they have a list of our names. And I want to say I think we could do it a week prior, but you can't add people last minute. So no, we can't have last minute signups for in person at least.
Yeah.
I mean, online.
Do you have that on the Eventbrite page, like sales and this date, or?
I think Carolee has it. I'll double check with her.
I was gonna say, yeah, make sure that's on there.
Yeah.
Because if they sign up at the last minute and then they can't get in. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a week. They gave us. It wasn't even like the last 2 days. It was. I mean, they have to vet people, I guess, because you're getting on their campus. They need to have your name at the gate. I don't even know how this works. I've never been there, so we're gonna find out.
Right.
Do you know what? I think a week prior. What are we in on? October 8th? I don't even have my schedule yet for November. But you know what? The first week of November. Let me look at my phone. We should definitely have our code along up and running by then. And I would like us as a chapter leader meeting to go through it. Hopefully he has everything on GitHub and he's able to join us. Let me look at my calendar real quick. So I'm having November 6th. Oh, I have stuff going on. I have a lot of stuff going on that day. I think I already have a meeting. But the hackathon's maybe the week prior, November 6th. That's Halloween. Am I here? I don't know. So, is that enough time, do you guys think? November 6th, Wednesday, to test out the bugs for the code-along?
The code-along? As long as they have it by then, I think that shouldn't be a problem.
And I saw him, even if he didn't have a project, he could do their basic intro class to whatever they're teaching. You know, that's another thing they could do if they didn't have the time for this. But okay, let's tentatively put on your calendar the next meeting. This is to test the hackathon project. Wednesday, November 6th. What time works for you guys?
Let me check my schedule here. November 6th.
Because we normally do it at 5.
This time works for me. Otherwise, my day is.
I'm
I'm all over the place.
Okay.
Wednesday, November 6th. 5.
And I have to say, that's also my birthday. So
It is
I will eat all the cake for you.
Carly's birthday.
So I'm going to be in class all day November 6th, Wednesday. So I can test it out, but I can test it out later after classes.
Okay, how's Tuesday the 5th? I'm going to put out some dates and see if, because I'm actually really busy on the Wednesday, but I would do it anyways. Tuesday the 5th? Same? Different? Better?
Tuesday the 5th works.
Carly, does Tuesday the 5th work better for you? Or can you still do the Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday works. We don't have gymnastics. I'm wrapping a cast.
Oh, what happened?
He broke his growth plate, or he fractured his growth plate. So, in gymnastics.
Oh, that sounds like it hurts.
We're almost healed, almost out. It's Friday. Go.
Okay, let's plan next meeting Tuesday, November 5th. Same time, this time, 1700 Pacific, 1800 Central. Are you Central? Mountain.
What am I?
Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time though, right?
No, it doesn't.
John, are you in Arizona now?
Yes.
I didn't realize that. I'm like, oh, he's still in Alaska. Like, your background looks different. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Honey,
You've been busy, really.
Yes. That's why I've been quiet. I'm like, I need to stay up. Yeah.
Okay, let's do Tuesday, November 5th is our next meeting, okay? Same time, this time that we was. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yes.
You guys.
Hey,
And if we get the project earlier, I'll shoot it out and see if you guys want to test it early. Because we should be able to run it through from start to finish. At the level that we're at, we shouldn't have a problem doing that. And time how long it takes you to do it if you, for some reason, we're not able to do it together. And then we need to double or triple the time for beginners.
So should we do it as if we're beginners? Because
you're beginners. do you pretend that you don't know stuff? What do you do?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to go through it and then fly it through and be like, yeah, it took me like 10 minutes. When in reality, it might be set to take maybe 30 minutes or maybe an hour. Like, I don't know, because you have to be a beginner to really know that. I guess
that's a really good point. Like, it's good to have someone who doesn't know how to do anything do one. But I feel like, no, Linda, I feel like you would, strangely enough, you'd be surprised how much you know, because I remember I had to test something out for someone and I'm like, okay, it took me 56 minutes. And so then we budgeted out, and majority of people took 3 to 4 hours. So I just double or triple the time. Does that make sense? Because I already know how to work through things. But I don't know how you would. I feel like we could have people who are beginners test it out for us, but they have to be in our leadership team. You know what I mean? Because I mean, not that it's like top secret or anything, but
yeah. But
you know.
I know what you mean.
I guess we could look at it and see, okay, is it clear instructions all the way through? Where would a beginner, what would confuse a beginner? It's like, oh, that sounds familiar, or that wording might, might confuse somebody. I think at that point, since we're going to be so close to it, I think that's about all we'll be able to do.
There's different operating systems. There's, wait, does anybody here have Windows in our group?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I don't use a Mac. I have Windows.
Oh, okay. Good. That's good. Because I remember when I was helping people, everybody had Windows. And I'm like, I'm a Mac user, but I still figure it out.
Yeah. I
remember we had 2 separate teams, and I only had window people. And I'm like, do we have any people that use Windows? Like, there's a start menu, I think, at the bottom of the left-hand corner. Like, it's been like 10 years since I've used Windows. Okay.
Should I bring both my computers? I mean, that's what I'm wondering, like, across country. Should I bring both my Mac and my Windows machine?
Yeah, I would. If I had Windows, I would bring one. I would definitely bring one. But yeah.
Because you have to get a Mac sometimes. So.
Well, this is another thing. Since Microsoft is hosting us,
I wouldn't want I got my MacBook here, it's really great. Thanks for having us, Microsoft.
I mean, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't let you use your MacBook, but.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'll bring both machines. I'm bringing both machines.
I'm actually really curious. Like, I know they're proprietary, like, all their employees would more or less use Windows and whatnot, but.
Well, they've got to be able to create products that are for the Mac anyway. So, we've got Windows, or we've got, Word for Mac. So it's.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to know how both work. So
that's really interesting because I think all of us, I would say 95% of us all use Macs or more. So when we go to the hackathon, we're like, oh, hi. Hey, what's up, Windows?
I'll just share my little Windows machine with everybody. Everybody crowd around with your MacBooks. Here's our Windows machine. It's really small.
Apple logo.
Right? That's really, now that I think about it, it's really interesting about that.
That's funny.
I know, right? I hope they don't.
And you know what kills me is a lot of people tell me that nobody codes on Macs. I was like,
says who?
Yes, they do.
My husband tells me.
Everybody does.
I think nobody uses Macs.
Code on Macs than on Windows.
I was like, it's a lot easier on a Mac. I don't know.
It is. I just haven't switched over yet. Like, I will one day, but
you will come to the dark side.
Yes, I will. Or I'll just use both. How about that? I'll be ambidextrous.
You can be.
Yes.
You can be. And it's better for your resume. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So if I get it ahead of time, I'll send it to you guys when we get it. If not, let's just plan Tuesday, November 5th. I mean, hopefully he has that done by then. Because if he doesn't, then we'll just do plan B. It's all good. Okay, guys.
Wait, what's plan B? I forgot already.
His plan B is just what they teach at Intro to Beginners course. Whatever. He says he's a JavaScript guy. I dislike JavaScript, so I'm like,
Me too.
I mean, I can do it. I just don't like it.
I'm not very proficient in JavaScript. I
know how to do it. I just don't like it. So I'm like, okay, it's all you then. If that's your thing, then
that was the worst part about my internship.
For sure, but JavaScript.
Twin, are you still looking into doing an Airbnb?
Yes, actually, I was looking at that today.
Okay.
I get my schedule on the 12th or the 13th, and I'm already looking at places. Like, I want to rent the whole house out. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple of them that are like right by Microsoft. And it's like a 3-bedroom for $200 a night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I only need one night, so I'm only one night. But I'll help. It'll be party.
Yeah.
Ain't no party like a MilSpouse party. What?
Can be too wild. Okay.
If we have to play bunco, I'm out.